Okay, so now we're going to talk about the turtles experiment, which I know means nothing to you. So let's do it, okay? So in this study, right, participants would read. So you would be in one of two groups, right? If you're in group one, right, you would read a sentence that said, "Three turtles rested beside a floating log, and a fish swam beneath them," right? So importantly, that means that that there's a log, and then beside it there are some turtles, and then the fish is underneath the turtles, not the log, right? Whereas group two read read the sentence, three turtles rested on a floating log, and a fish swam beneath them, right? So now the turtles are on top of the log, and the fish are underneath. The fish is underneath the turtle, but also the turtles, but also the log, right? And then participants were given basically in sentence or for group one, they were given a basically a semantic both sorry, let's just say this, both test sentences were different, right? They were slightly different. So in group one, they would read, "The three turtles rested beside a floating log, so far so good, and a fish swam beneath it." So not beneath them, but beneath it. So it tells you that the fish is underneath the log and not the turtles, right? So it's kind of like a semantic change, right? And a surface level change, of course. And then in group two, now they read, "Three turtles rested on a floating log, and a fish swam beneath it." So it's rather than saying beneath that the fish swam beneath the turtles, it's saying that the fish swam beneath the log, right? Now, importantly, though, the picture that you could come up with is semantically the same, right? There's nothing different about group two's test sentence, right, in terms of its semantic interpretation. Whereas for group one, it does change. And what they found was that participants in group one were not really fooled, right? And that makes sense. That's consistent with the Sachs 1967 idea or finding, right? That when the ch sentence changes semantically, then we're not really fooled by it. However, if the sentence doesn't or changes in a way that doesn't change the semantics, then we are fooled by it. And that's why participants were much more likely to falsely recognize those sentences, right? And so you can think about this from a propositional and inference idea, right? So here's the idea, right? So when you say that the fish swam beneath, or sorry, the fish were beneath the three turtles, and the three turtles what were on top of the floating log, right? That's great, but in reading that sentence, you're also making the inference that the fish, because the fish swam beneath the turtles, but the turtles are on top of the floating log. Therefore, right, it directly follows that the fish swam beneath the floating log also. And this is why. This is the inference that gets added to memory, which causes false alarms to the test sentence with the fish swimming beneath the log, right? And this shows us that our memory doesn't just contain propositions, right? Directly stated propositions, but we also remember inferences. Okay. Okay. And a real world analog of this is constantly shown in like headlines where the headlines are sort of um, misleading, right? Headlines and news, they give you this one impression, but then when you read it and you're like, oh, this is not exactly what that meant. So, for example, I just got this from like ChatGPT. So, a local man seen leaving burning building minutes before firefighters arrived, right? Well, what does that mean? Well, if you're reading that, you're probably going to go, oh, I guess the local man probably started the fire, but that isn't necessarily true, right? Okay.